Tuesday continues here on One News Now. I'm Charles Lejano. The Health Department says all LGUs are now in heightened alert against the Delta variant. To tell us more about this, Greg Gregorio is joining us live from Mandaluyong. Greg, good afternoon. What exactly does heightened alert mean for the general public?
Charles, according to Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere, heightened alert status against the Delta variant mean the uniform and stricter implementation of border control measures in the country as part of our detection, isolation, testing, and contact tracing efforts against this COVID-19 virus. Charles?
All right, so Greg, why is the DOH and how are they ramping up efforts against this Delta variant?
Charles, according to the Department of Health, everyone, including the public, must be cautious against the Delta variant because this shows, because according to studies and evidence across the globe, the Delta variant has the 60% more transmissibility against the Alpha variant or the B117, which is already 60% more transmissible than the original strain of the COVID-19 virus. According to Vergere, if this is the case with the Delta variant, this means that one infected patient with Delta variant may infect 8 more individuals. Thus, everyone needs a collective effort against this, against the further spread of the Delta variant in the country. Charles?
All right, Greg. So, could you bring us up to speed? As to how many variant cases there are in the country as of today?
Charles, as of today, the Department of Health as well as the Philippine Genome Center has reported that we have already detected more than 2,500 variant cases in the country. The latest addition to this are the 40 variant cases detected during the latest biosurveillance in the country. According to the latest batch of biosurveillance, 4 Delta variant cases have been detected among returning overseas Filipino workers. 3 of these are crew members of a ship docked in South Korea, and 1 is a land-based OFW who came from Saudi Arabia. The 2 of those who came from South Korea have already recovered, while 1 is still admitted in a hospital in Manila, while the 1 who came from Saudi Arabia has already been reported as recovered. 14 new Alpha cases have also been detected. 21 cases with the Beta variant or the B1351 first detected in South Korea, and 1 case of Theta variant or the P.3, which is first detected here in the Philippines. Charles?
All right, Greg, let's talk about the rising cases of COVID-19 in Visayas and Mindanao. Do we have any updates from the authorities on the possible reasons for this?
Charles, according to Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere, the existence of variants in various places, including Visayas and Mindanao, could be part of the rising cases in these regions. But according to Vergere, there are also multifaceted factors that we can attribute this rising cases, including the detected clustering of cases in workplaces and prisons, and the reported complacency in the implementation of minimum public health standards across the many regions in the country. Charles?
That being said, how is the government helping augment the hospital care capacity in Visayas and Mindanao given these rising cases?
Yes, Charles, according to Undersecretary Abdullah Dumama, who is in charge for the Visayas and Mindanao, 41% of total bed capacity of public hospitals in Visayas and Mindanao have already been allocated for COVID-19 care, while 24% of total capacity of private hospitals in Visayas and Mindanao have also been allocated for COVID-19 care. But according to him, they are still in continuous coordination with the hospital administrations for the possibility of expanding or allotting more COVID-19 more beds for COVID-19 care. Apart from this, there are also augmentation of healthcare personnel for the Visayas and Mindanao. Charles?
Thanks for that. That was Greg Gregorio reporting live from Mandaluyong. Despite the City of Manila's re-implementation of the vaccine appointment policy, Mayor Isko Moreno believes a better and more effective system is needed to inoculate more residents on schedule. On Radyo 5's Filon, Moreno explained that they had to allow walk-ins for vaccinations over the past week, as an overwhelming number of registrants had skipped their appointment. The mayor believes that despite the long lines, the city needed to allow the walk-in policy to speed up vaccinations and to inoculate more residents. Moreno added that the IATF should look into more effective strategies in vaccinating citizens to meet their goal of reaching population protection by this year.
Alam mo, nag-text kami sa 1,000, ang dumating lang 200. So sabi ko, paano na yung mga taong gusto na? Kawawa naman sila, nagdesisyon na sila na pumunta pero hindi sila qualified kasi marami requisite ang gobyerno. Sabi ko, hindi dapat ganyan. So when we open it, ang naging setback naman, siyempre maraming pila. Pero kaya lang laging panawagan ko, ang umiral sa atin ay pag-uunawaan, pagiging responsable, pagdidisiplinang kusa, ang katagumpayan ng gobyerno sa vaccine deployment ay katagumpayan bawat tao kasi mapoproteksyonan sila. Lalo na ngayon, meron tayong Delta virus.
Vaccine expert panel head Nina Gloriani says the Delta variant has the highest rate of vaccine escape. In an interview with Cito Beltrano on Agenda, Gloriani explained that the Delta variant is more transmissible and is not working well with prototype vaccines. That's why Gloriani says that the public must still follow minimum health standards, since vaccines do not provide complete protection against COVID-19 and its variants.
The Delta is worse than any of them. That is probably the take-home point there. So we do need to be very careful, but maybe I will go back to the basics here. There are many studies already with various vaccines on the immune escape or the lower efficacy against this variant. So that is why we keep on telling people that the vaccine is not enough. So we still have to follow all of these minimum public health precautions precisely to until we reach that. I was listening to Sir Joey's interview. Precisely we have to reach that level of protection.
Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship Joey Concepcion proposes to separate vaccinated and unvaccinated people in public establishments as the economy reopens further. On One News's agenda, Concepcion said designated areas for vaccinated and unvaccinated individuals will protect both sides from possible infection. For instance, he says the safe space proposal can be applied in restaurants where non-vaccinated people will be seated outside, or in movie theaters where different screening times could be set for vaccinated and non-vaccinated Filipinos. Concepcion believes that the proposed segregation measure is not discriminatory, and he also stressed that denying entry for non-vaccinated individuals in public establishments is not allowed.
Proposal is to put safe places for them. No, we've seen it in other countries. It's not we're not reinventing anything. In big arenas like what's happening in the NBA games, they put a section for the vaccinated and a section for the non-vaccinated. This is not the objective to disallow the non-vaccinated. The idea of this is to protect both sides from getting infected. That's the intention. There is no special place in smoking and non-smoking areas. There's no special place. They just put the smokers in one area. I mean, there are many ideas here. For example, the non-vaccinated can be more outdoor than indoor, if there is space.
Manila Mayor Isko Moreno says he's still thinking about running for president in 2022. In an interview with Radyo 5, Moreno admitted that he still wants growth and the opportunity to serve the Filipino people better. But for now, the local chief says his focus is doing the best he can to serve Manileños.
Siguro the best time is kung na bigyan ko na ng atensyon yung mga suliranan at nailagay na yung pundasyon na mga solusyon para doon sa suliranin, then we can talk politics. politics. Because ang politics will not be, hindi pwedeng itabi yun eh. Manong tama naman kayo, no? I think before October, you will hear it also.
Opo. May isa
For
rin
the
po.
meantime, we wanted to achieve the 70% goal. Yung sa vaccination.
It's just a little over a month before the official opening of the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, which has faced a number of delays due to the pandemic. But for those looking forward to it, Bloomberg's Kurumi Mori will take us on an inside tour on the Olympic and Paralympic Village in Tokyo.
Yeah, pretty comfy. This is the first Olympics in a century to be held during a global pandemic. We're here at the Tokyo Olympic and Paralympic Village, where athletes will have to abide by a number of rules. It's located in the Harumi waterfront district in Tokyo, away from the center of town. Built on reclaimed land, the apartments in the Village Plaza is set to welcome about 18,000 athletes and officials from all over the world. Let's start with the bedrooms. All of the Tokyo 2020 beds are made out of very hard cardboard. It's stronger than wood. If you look at the bed frame, see that? But apparently it can hold up to 440 pounds, so no need to really worry. The mattress, though, is pretty comfy, I think. It looks a little small, though, no? Tokyo 2020 is aiming to be the greenest ever Olympic Games. The frames will be recycled into paper products and the mattresses will be converted into new plastics. Next is the place to eat. So this is the main dining hall of the Tokyo Olympic and Paralympic Village. This entire dining hall at one time can fit 3,000 people. They've lowered the capacity from 4,000 because of COVID. If you've ever wondered what a meal for the world's top athletes looks like, here are some of the offerings. Braised beef and vegetables with sauteed cod with herbs, some grilled yellowtail, pork and okonomiyaki, and even some corn and veggie tempura. This is where athletes will eat their meals. Clearly there are these partitions in between each one of these seats, and when you're done eating, you're supposed to wipe it down yourself. Now on to the Village Plaza, one of the main facilities that will function as a social hub with a bank, post office, a photo studio, and a number of other shops. The whole complex was made using 40,000 pieces of timber from 63 local Japanese governments. This one is from Kumamoto City in Kyushu. They'll all be taken down after the games and returned to be reused as park benches and other things. The Olympic Village will officially open on July 13th.
And those are the top stories at this hour. Join us again later at 1 p.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.